Next topic that we are going to cover today, it is related to the statutory liquidity ratio. It is related to the statutory liquidity ratio, that is SLR. So SLR is to be maintained as per the section 24 of the Banking Regulation Act. Okay, and I told you that the SLR is to be maintained by the bank, not with the Reserve Bank of India, but the assets are to be maintained within India. The assets which are basically eligible for the SLR are to be maintained within India, and further, who is having the responsibility so as to basically cover up the securities related to which are covered in SLR? The Treasury Department is responsible. The Treasury Department is responsible for that particular case, and every bank is to maintain a fixed percentage of the net demand time liabilities in the form of cash, gold, or other approved government securities which are unencumbered approved securities. What does it mean when I say unencumbered approved securities? So those securities which have been approved by the government, by the Reserve Bank of India, and further on which no charge has been created so far, those securities will be eligible for the SLR purposes, and further those are to be maintained. Those are to be maintained, and further the ratio of these liquid assets to the demand and time liability is called what? It is called the SLR, that is a statutory liquidity ratio. The Reserve Bank of India have been given the authority that the maximum percentage up to which the SLR can be prescribed by the Reserve Bank of India is 40%, but there is no floor limit. There is no floor limit, but the ceiling limit is 40% in case of SLR. And also, if you are maintaining cash with the Reserve Bank of India, in that particular case also no interest is paid on SLR. So what is the return on SLR? Kindly please do answer at the earliest. What would be the return on SLR? If a bank is maintaining SLR, what would be the return which will be earned by the bank itself? Which will be earned by the bank itself. Now, what is the purpose of maintaining the SLR? Now, let me tell you what is the purpose of maintaining SLR. First of all, it is related to the banks would be having high quality liquidity assets for the solvency purposes, and also there will be monetary stability in the economy. There will be flow of money, and further there will be monetary stability in the economy. I told you the previous question that I asked you, that what would be the return on the SLR. There is no interest paid. I told you there is no interest paid, but if you have invested the money in the form of the government approved securities, in that particular case you must be earning some of the yield on those securities. That would be the return that the banks will be earning on the SLR. That would be the return that the banks will be earning on the SLR. That is why the banks do prefer. So as to maintain the SLR in the form of the approved government securities than in the form of the cash. Okay, so the banks restrain themselves so as to maintain the SLR component in the form of the cash, and the banks do maintain the SLR in the form of the government approved securities. Is that clear? So kindly please confirm if this particular part is clear or not. Okay. Next, it is related to the components of the SLR. So what are the different components of the SLR? First of all, SLR can be maintained in the form of cash in hand, and further it can be in the form of the gold, and further it can be balance of with the Reserve Bank of India excess of the one that is maintained in the form of the CRR. So if the banks are maintaining excess of CRR, so the surplus in the CRR can also be accountable for the SLR purposes. And other than that, if the banks have invested in the unencumbered approved securities, that is also said to be investment under the SLR. Okay, so what are the different avenues for the SLR? This is cash, gold, and for the unencumbered government securities. And further, it is related to the excessive cash if it has been deposited in the case of the CRR. Is that clear? Further, it is related to the SLR is to be maintained at the close of the business day. The SLR is to be maintained at the close of the business day, that on the daily basis it is to be maintained, and it is to be maintained as per the net demand time liabilities. As on the last Friday of the second preceding fortnight. last Friday of the second preceding fortnight, the NDTL on that particular day would be the reference amount, and further as per that the percentage is to be maintained on daily basis. As per that the percentage is to be maintained on daily basis. In the case of CRR, the CRR was to be maintained on fortnightly basis, and on daily basis the average of 90% was to be maintained. But in case of SLR, it is to be maintained on daily basis, and the reference NDTL would be the last Friday of the second preceding fortnight. It would be the last Friday of the second preceding fortnight. And what are the penalties for the shortfall? If there is a shortfall in maintenance of the SLR, if there is a shortfall in maintenance of the SLR, in that particular case there will be a penalty of a 3% over and above the bank rate. So as per the bank rate plus 3% per annum, that would be the penalty that will be charged. And further, if there is shortfall continues for the next particular day also, in that particular case the rate that will be charged will be bank rate plus 5%. So the penalty rate that will be charged, that will be bank rate plus 3%. But if the shortfall continues, in that case, that penalty would be bank rate plus 5%. In that particular case, the penalty would be bank rate plus 5%. Okay. Now, in the case of the CRR, I told you that the return is to be submitted to the Reserve Bank of India in the case of a Form A. But in the case of the SLR, the return is to be submitted in the case of in the Form 8 over there. In the Form 8, the return is to be submitted to the Reserve Bank of India. The return is to be submitted to the Reserve Bank of India in Form 8, and further Form 8 will be showing the SLR amounts held on alternate Fridays in the preceding month. So in the previous month, what were the different amounts of the SLR that you were holding? That is to be basically shown, and that is basically shown on the Form 8, and that is to be submitted to the Reserve Bank of India. And it also shows the details of the net demand time liabilities on the alternate Friday. It will also be showing the amount of the net demand time liabilities on the alternate Fridays in the preceding month, and the report is to be submitted to the Reserve Bank of India before the 20th of the every month. Okay, and the report is to be submitted to the Reserve Bank of India before 20th of the every month. Is that clear? That is related to the SLR. Now it is related to LAF, that is a liquidity adjustment facility. That is the liquidity adjustment facility. Now, what is liquidity adjustment facility? The Reserve Bank of India is to maintain the day-to-day liquidity. The Reserve Bank of India is to maintain the day-to-day liquidity in the position. And further, LAF refers to RBI lending funds to the banking sector, because RBI is banker to the last resort. Okay, RBI is banker to the last resort, and further RBI is lending the funds to the banking sector through the repo instrument. Now we know what is a repo instrument. That is a repurchase offer. Okay, so if the bank is having the surplus of the securities, that will be placing the surplus of securities, that will be selling the surplus securities to the Reserve Bank of India, and further Reserve Bank of India will be liquidating the bank. And further, there will be a repurchasing agreement between the two, that the bank will be repurchasing those particular securities which it has sold to the Reserve Bank of India after a particular period at a predetermined price. That is said to be a repo transaction, and the reverse of this is a reverse repo transaction. Okay, so Reserve Bank of India also accepts the deposits from the banks. The Reserve Bank of India also accepts the deposits from the banks under the reverse repo. So under the repo transaction, the banks which would be having the surplus securities, these will be placing the securities with the Reserve Bank of India, and under the reverse repo transaction, Reserve Bank of India will be placing the securities with the bank, and further the banks who are having the surplus funds will be placing the funds with the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so that is related to what? That is related to reverse repo transactions. So two type of instruments are there. One, it is a repo, and other one is a reverse repo instrument. One instrument is the repo instrument, and other one it is a reverse repo instrument. So repo instrument is used so as to liquidate the economy, and further reverse repo instrument is used so as to absorb the liquidity from the economy itself. Is that clear? So while banks can engage in repo transactions with the other banks also, as we have already covered the topic related to that, the repo transactions among the banks are also there, and all the transactions are maintained with the CCIL. All the transactions are basically routed through the CCIL, and under the CBLO also. Under the CBLO also, the repo transactions are there. So CBLO is also a repo instrument under which anonymously there is sale and purchase of the CBLO so as to liquidate the positions. Is that clear? So RBI is the lender of the last resort, as you already know. So provides the liquidity to banks through the repo transactions, through the repo auctions. Basically, Reserve Bank of India will be holding the excess of the surplus of the securities from the banks and further providing liquidity to the banks. Okay, that is related to what? That is related to the repo transactions. And all these securities are to be maintained in the SGL account. So subsidiary general ledger account, which are maintained by all the member accounts with the Reserve Bank of India. So there will be no physical movement of the securities. Only the surplus of the securities would be placed in the SGL account, and further liquidity will be provided by the Reserve Bank of India. Is that clear? Is that clear? And further, Reserve Bank of India conducts the repo and reverse repo auctions daily for overnight funds. Okay, so day-to-day liquidity adjustments are basically routed through or bridged by the way of the repo or reverse repo transaction. And what is the minimum bid size? Bid size would be rupees 5 crore and multiples of rupees 5 crore. So the minimum bid size in the case of the repo and reverse repo instruments under the LAF would be rupees 5 crore and multiples of 5 crore. Is that clear? So let me tell you again that LAF, that is a liquidity adjustment facility, is related to, it may be the case that the bank on overnight basis may require some of the surplus deposits, because it may be the case that there is an asset liability mismatch. There may be the case of the asset liability mismatch, and the banks need to cover this asset liability mismatch that can be covered through the LAF instruments, that is using the repo and reverse repo instrument. Is that clear?